Nadia.
Hi, hello. I can't see you.
Is
Now I can. Okay. Hello,
I am saying your name correct, right?
Nadia. Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. Nice to meet you virtually.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, so I'm Hannah. And usually, Nadia, how I like to do my first lessons is I know you've already had your trial lesson, but they've assigned me as your teacher, or if you've chosen me as your teacher. So usually, my first lessons, I just do like an introduction, get to know you, what you like, what you don't
hmm
like. And yeah, this just makes it easier for me to kind of
Yeah,
decide
that
the
makes sense. Makes sense.
if that's okay with you, of course.
Yeah, of course. That's okay.
Great, because some people are like, but I have my trial lesson, don't waste my time, and they don't understand usually like it's if it's your assigned teacher.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I guess it's easier to communicate with the person if you know something about this person.
absolutely. So
So
welcome to Spying.
yeah, I wanted to prepare you because I haven't studied English in a while. I will be sometimes stuck and just watch something, they're trying to remember the words. So so excuse me in advance.
Don't worry about it. Really, and well, so far so good, but yeah, no, please don't worry about it. I've seen it all.
Okay. So welcome to Skyeng. Yeah, where we stopped.
So, well, why are you learning English? Is this your first time with Skying? Have you had any previous experience?
No, I haven't got any experience before. I just I'm right now I'm on my vacation, and in 2 or 3 weeks I will have my education year, like my third year in the university. It will start in 3 weeks, and I wanted to prepare for the student exchange program, which I want to attend in the next semester, in the next spring. And I right now I'm on my vacation and don't have an opportunity to visit classes offline. So I guess I thought that it will be a great idea to have online courses and to study English while I'm not really in the civilization, like not really in my city, so in my town. So I guess that's just that the Skyeng came to my mind, and I thought that that's a great opportunity to start something new, to try this thing. And so far I'm liking it. I think it's a great thing to study like this. It helps me a lot to, and even in my trial lesson, on my introductory lesson, on my first lesson, I just like I felt the boost of my language, of my knowledge, as I wasn't speaking English like for wasn't weren't or wasn't
It wasn't.
wasn't I wasn't speaking English for like 2 years, I guess.
Well, you would never say that. You sound really great.
Thank you. But I just, in my university, we had English 2 years ago. I just passed the exam for B2, and then we stopped learning English and we started Deutsch. So since then, I haven't studied or learned any new words. So I just stopped in my improvement. Yeah, and that's really sad, and that's
Yeah, took the words out of my mouth. Like, that is so sad.
yeah. I just like when I speak to my at the university to my friends, I talk to them, to my peers, and I say it's okay for you to not learn English. Maybe just like a special language, special vocabulary for. I'm studying marketing and PR in the university. I thought maybe we could ask our university to make some course for us, to prepare the course for us to learn English. That's strange. That's kind of strange. Just not stop learning this language. just like
Yeah.
you're done with it, so you already know everything. Stop learning. That's like the approach they have. Yeah.
It's interesting because even as native speakers, even as teachers, we are still learning.
Yeah.
I am still learning as I'm sitting here. And I mean, you can really get to really advanced English and really get into grammar and all of that stuff if you want. And personally, from my experience with some of my students who do specialize in marketing and PR for major companies, and international companies, they definitely needed English, because you might end up working in a company that is international and your teammates might be from all over the world. So you have a situation where everybody needs to speak English and nobody are native English speakers.
Yeah, I know this situation. Yes, I visited in Cambridge, like a camp for learning English, like 4 years ago, I guess. And all of the students were from all over the world. And yeah, even me and my friend from Russia, we were speaking English. So we like I get this, and that's why I don't understand this approach in my university. Yeah.
So many PR and marketing students at Skyeng, like you won't believe. I have so many of them.
Yeah, I guess it's just a popular subject or popular profession right now, the career. It's just like it's easy to study this subject, as you can pretty much you can not visit your lectures or your studies. You can like forget about your studying, just not visit university, and it's okay. You can work, and all, even if you have lessons in the morning, you can miss them. It's okay. Like I forgot the word. Teachers they understand that in this profession you have to practice a lot, and you have to get to know everything from your work. And they you're working, it's okay if you don't visit my lessons. So I guess it's an easy subject to study in the university.
Mm-hmm. Is there a lot of work?
In the university, not really. We have more specialization on the history of marketing and advertisement, and more theoretical way to know this area and this specialization, this profession. And we just connect the studies in the university with the work, and it's significant to work as you learn. So when we were speaking and when we just graduated from school and we visited our university to talk to on the open day at the university on our faculty, we talked to graduates and to teachers, and they told us that it's like none of the students who want to work at this industry, they start to work at second year of learning, or on this third. If you don't work on third year of learning, you don't want to work in this industry. So it's very important to connect with work, our studies.
Of course. So if I can ask you this, do you have a clear goal in mind for what you want to achieve? Are you thinking of long-term study, or are you just using, learning English as a gap filler until you go back to university? Or do you have a clear goal, or you just kind of I want to just maintain and improve English?
I don't think I have a clear goal, just like this idea of making my vocabulary wider and just improving my speaking skills or writing skills. Yeah, I don't have to pass IELTS for my exchange program, but I in my future, I want to attend this exam. but I not right now. Just like I don't feel like I can achieve a great result in this exact moment. So I guess if this like improvement of English will help me to someday pass the exam, but not like in the nearest future.
From my experience with the IELTS exam, if you are planning on taking it in the future, then, for example, I have students who are planning on taking the IELTS exam in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking lessons now at this point in time to build up to that fluency of IELTS test,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a very overwhelming test and it takes a lot of time, and it's just the entry level part of the test. It's very stressful. Like I said, I prep students for IELTS. I've been through the entire process. So if it is something that you want to try one day, then yes, absolutely, this is the best time to get started.
Mm-hmm.
So that when you say, okay, I feel I'm ready now, you might be ready sooner. You might take the test. At least you know when you're taking the test, you are confident and you didn't cram in a bunch of lessons in 3 or 6 months' time. You're kind of hoping for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. English is constant. You constantly need to be practicing it and talking it and exposing yourself to it as much as you can in order to improve and maintain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree on this. Yeah.
Like anything, it's skills development.
I think if I like, I started to think about my about my knowledge of language, and I want if I started to think that it's not great, I guess it's a proper sign that I should study more and to attend these lessons on Skyeng. Yeah, so maybe in a month I will think about just like taking a lesson, like more. Take this opportunity to prepare for the test, but like right now I have such a relaxing atmosphere around me.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you. Take advantage of your relaxing atmosphere while you have it.
Mm-hmm.
I would trade anything for a relaxing atmosphere right now. But
yeah,
that's just.
Yeah, I had like, I don't know if you know this, we have in Russia every summer in the university after exams we have in June. In July we have practice. It's just like for a month we work in a company which agrees. Yeah, practical experience we have for a month. So I just finished it like a week ago, and it's just like 3 weeks of relax, of vacation till the next start the next year. I'm just like feeling like I'm an adult. So I have like vacation, a holiday for 3 weeks only. It's just stressful after school, when you have 3 months and you're just like doing nothing, just relaxing, just reading books, watching films. And right now I feel like I need to take everything from these 3 weeks. I need to relax as much as I can. And it's just also a bit stressful. So not relaxed at all. Not relaxed as full as as much as I can, as I could like in the summer when I was in school. Yeah, I guess I missed the grammar part of my speech. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It will get better in time. I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
For me, you're making me think back to when I was doing, and in my country we call it in-service training.
Mm-hmm. No, we don't call it like this.
Yeah, we had to do that. For 3 years, every year on vacation time, we had to do this.
Yeah, same with us. Just like this problem is because not in every subject you have to do this. Because my friends who are studying like physics, they don't have anything to practice, so they are just like, when they pass all of their exams, I have two months of vacation. And here in marketing, you have to go somewhere and to see the real work, see the real professionals and their work and how they manage to we learn to like I said, connect our theoretical knowledge to and the practice and the practical approach. So but I guess it's really useful because even in the month I learned a lot about the industry.
No, I'm sure. So Nadia, what would you say are your weakest points in the English language? What do you struggle with the most?
Speaking, I guess speaking, because I struggle not, I can't say I'm shy to say things or shy to communicate with native speakers, but I struggle with grammar, with thinking about grammar while I speak, because it's just the flow of my words is unstoppable. Like I speak, then I think, and that's the problem. And even when I said something, I can say that I made a mistake, but that is unchangeable. So I like this is the main problem with me. That's why when I had a trial lesson, I said to the teacher that I wanted to learn grammar and I want to improve my grammar knowledge, but she said that the grammar stops at intermediate level and just you don't have anything more to learn. But I guess I want to improve this thing, be more comfortable with English grammar as I fulfilled my task for this lesson, for my homework, which previous teacher gave me. I fulfilled all the grammar tasks, and I understood. I just it's in I don't know, intuition. It's just like it's a feeling that I should put this, not that, but I can't say why. Just like I feel this is a proper way, but I don't know why. And if it will be more complicated, I will be stuck and don't know what to do. Like this is grammar and speaking, and also writing.
Okay. So,
sometimes.
All right, so I'm hearing grammar. So I'm going to give you some word of advice. You only need to know intermediate grammar or even less in order to speak properly. For you to figure out, okay, I need to use the preposition before I use the object, you're going to end up not speaking at all, and you're going to get overwhelmed with rocket science type of thoughts in your head. So it's great that you're relying on your intuition. And the more you speak, the more you read, the more you write, the more you're going to be able to speak fluently without even having to know grammar or understand grammar, because the sentence construction is already in front of you. You don't need to, you're not going to be teaching one day, are you? So you don't really need the grammar. Grammar is then also for people who are starting to learn English, like children or teenagers starting to learn it. We can touch on grammar, like phrasal verbs. I love phrasal verbs, and because I saw that in your account, because we use phrasal verbs in English. So I can all the grammar that I feel is important for you to know, because it makes a difference. The other stuff I'm not going to expose you too much to, because it's just going to cause you a mass amount of confusion. I saw it again today with English teachers with Skying in our group. Grammar is constantly changing, because grammar changes based on your context of things. But if you know that the sentence is correct, why should you even question, but why is it correct if it is correct? Right?
Just when I put some answer in the gap, I'm like really not sure that this is the right answer. I just like I feel this like 50% sure. I'm sure that this is the correct answer, but I'm not fully sure. And this like when I try to complete the test or pass the exam, it just like the anxiety is killing me. Yeah, so if I will be more comfortable, I think it will be great. But I agree that this sometimes isn't helping. That when you think about the grammar and you're just like, oh my god, this conditional, this is the first conditional, the second I'm not sure. But yeah, I just get the feeling sometimes that this even in Russian, when I think about in my first language, when I think when I think how to write something, just like some of the rules I can recall, which I can recall, they help me to write. And it's like maybe this is me, because when I have like the base, I'm more comfortable with language, even Russian. So it may be strange for others, but I have always been interested in grammar. That's the kind of person I am.
What I usually do is, for example, if my student gets stuck and you kind of want to go with your gut, but you're not 100% certain, then tell me, and I can be like, okay, this is the answer, and this is why it is the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, if I can sense the student is struggling, I'll be like, all right, so I'm going to give you a hint. You need to use plural form and not singular form. So the most important grammar things I feel a lot of students struggle with is articles, which is the, a, and an.
Mm-hmm. This is the problem I always had, and I'm hoping I will not always have, but this is the common problem in Russia. Yeah, we always speak about this with teachers, and just like.
And you have prepositions.
Mm-hmm.
Then there is tenses: past tense, present tense, future tense. You can break it up into more technical terms, but that is the same thing. And then we have phrasal verbs, and then verbs versus nouns. Those are the most common grammar things that people struggle with. And guess what? It's also the most basic grammar things. Sometimes you just need a recap on what the rules are and a couple of exercises, and you'll find that sometimes that's enough for you to trigger the memory. But we'll go through it step by step. We'll work through it. If you were having 2 lessons a week, we could, for example, say the one lesson is dedicated to grammar, the second lesson is dedicated to speaking and writing or reading or whatever it is we're doing. But let's just try and start a course and see how it goes, and we'll take it from there.
Oh, excuse me. I heard you about if I had, but I guess we have a lesson on Thursday. Yes.
We have 1 or 2 lessons. Hold on, let me check the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe she scheduled that for next week because the student occupied my Thursday. 1 second, let me check for us. All right, I think it's from next week, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. No, we do not. We only have 1 lesson.
1 lesson a week?
Yeah, it was only scheduled once.
Strange.
Only once a week, 5 p.m. What was I can schedule the next one for you. What was the second lesson? What day and what time?
When the administrator gave me your profile, she told me that you can only start at Tuesday at 5 o'clock, and on Thursday at this Thursday you can at 5 o'clock, and later from 8 o'clock. Yeah, this is your profile. I asked for 2. We spoke about 2 lessons a week. So I don't know why this happened. Maybe at Thursday.
I don't even work at 8 o'clock at nights. Let me show you my schedule quickly. I'm going to send you.
Not at 8, not at 6. At 6, I guess. At 6. It's just like 18, and I pronounced 8 and not thinking about it. 6.
Okay. So is it 6 o'clock Thursdays then?
Yeah. If you're okay with it, it will be great.
All right. 1 second. I see that there was time unavailable marked, and I think maybe she forgot to put the lesson in there. I am available this week at 5 if you want to meet then. This is a once-off because my student's on vacation. If you want to meet at 5.
Yeah, it will be great.
Okay. Let me just schedule it for us quickly.
Mm-hmm. Just I have like a 2 hours gap with Moscow time, and at 5 o'clock I have 3 o'clock, and that's just after my dinner, and it's great. So just don't mind this. This is my thing. At 5 o'clock is great. Okay. And next week I can wherever is comfortable for you.
Okay.
At 8 or at 5 or at 6 or whatever.
All right, so you're not available at 4 at all, right? Let me just check.
From the next week, I can study at 4.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just checking for us. Da-da-da-da-da-da. But if we had to have a regular schedule, what time would be the best for you? If we had like a set schedule every week, what would be the best?
The best at 5 because it's not like it's closer to the evening. But if I can try to move my studies somewhere or my at 5 it will be great.
All right. So I have a student at 5, so I'm going to put you in at 6 o'clock on Thursdays. Is that okay?
At 5 or at Tuesdays and at 6
on Thursday.
On Thursdays. Yeah, Thursday.
But this Thursday coming, we will meet at 5 as a once-off, as a single time, because my student that usually occupies 5 o'clock is on vacation.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I understood.
All right. So, why would you put it in there? That is not a very nice thing to do. Sorry, I'm just trying to put it in for us. Ugh. Okay. Sorry, just give me 1 second. I'm trying to add it for us. All right. So what level do you think? Oh, I was going to ask, what is your strengths in English, do you think?
I'm not sure is it everyone's strength, but I guess listening and reading, I'm great at understanding English, and just like because I watch a lot of movies in original and sometimes read books and articles. That's why I just like I'm more comfortable in understanding than producing the words, if I can say producing in this case, or no, it's not possible.
Okay. So do you read a lot? You say, like, what's your favorite book?
My favorite book, just like, which I read in English, or just my favorite book.
Your favorite book that you read in English?
I recently read Theatre by Somerset Maugham, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. I just like, this is a recent memory, and I guess I can say this is my favorite book. But yeah, I read on like more of simple books like Treasure Island or
Treasure awesome.
Yeah, I agree. My favorite movie is not movie, animated movie is Treasure Planet. It's just like a Disney movie about which is Treasure Island, just located in space. Just this, like they changed the composition. Yeah. They changed every character is the same. They have the same. They have the same ideas, but just like they are not in the sea, they are in the space. And it's a great animated movie. You should watch it if you have time and you like animation. And so the Treasure Island was great. Yeah, but I guess Theatre, just you know this book.
I know. Yeah, I've seen it. My cousin read it.
Yeah, I talked about it with my mother. She loves this author, and she said that that's a strange book because it's about like an old woman who falls in love with a young man, and she's just like, it's just strange. Like this book by Guy de Maupassant, how to call it in English?
I've heard this. recognizing the Russian name.
Милый друг, friend, like sweet friend or something like that. I can check the name if you wait a second. Just Bel Ami, like in French, it's it's a novel by Guy de Maupassant. The same idea, like an old woman falling in love with a young man, and yeah. But my mother said that she doesn't like this plot because she thinks it's not okay. And I read it. I said I want to create my opinion, to make my to understand my feelings about this book, and I liked it a lot. So I recommend it to you if you like this plot and what I said about this book. It's a great language. He uses a great language. Pretty much, I guess I understood most of it. Just I collected some of the words, some of the phrasal verbs. It just it's a light book, not requires a lot of thinking. Like the same as Nabokov's book. He has a really light language, and he is really comfortable with the words. I don't know how to say it, just like to explain this. He has this. You get a pleasure from just reading, not the plot or the characters. Just reading it, it's like you get.
The storyline is just smooth.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, so I like this book, but I prefer to some. I haven't read a lot in the recent years because of the studies, because of the work, and just like I read more of articles just on my work or my studies again, not the books. Just they are too heavy for me sometimes. I don't have enough patience to finish the book. Yeah.
Yes, I know. I think now, like our generation, because technology has become so advanced and everything is like a lot of information is now crammed into just one short article, people have become lazy readers.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Yeah, sometimes I just like I catch myself on just like scrolling through the article and just like taking some words and trying to understand what's the main point. Just like I read one sentence and I guess this was the author's idea, but sometimes it's not right, and I'm angry at myself for this. Like I'm just. Sometimes I think I spend like 2 hours on chatting with someone instead of like proper reading an article. What's my problem? Why can't I just like concentrate on the just like 5 minutes of reading instead of 2 hours of chatting? Yeah, so it's I guess it's like a lot of distraction all the time. Like you get you get the message, you hear the sound, or the sound that you got the message, and you're just like reading and thinking, why? Maybe it's important. Maybe I should read it. Maybe I should answer the message. And that's the distractions I always have, and that's also for English. Sometimes I just like I sit with my notebook and trying to write new words, to collect new words, and then I just like float somewhere else, and not I catch myself not reading at all and just thinking about something else. Yeah.
Do yourself a favor. If you can, do yourself a favor. If you can find short articles. And you can do this as part. It takes a lot of discipline. Read the article and actually write down the words that you don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I like this because I always have notebooks with new words, because I think when you write, you remember it better. and I always have like a phrasal verbs or idioms or some like native speakers special words for these subjects. I always write them. Yeah, but short articles are hard to find.
Yeah, or short stories or something, but we'll find something for you. All right. So before we kind of try and look at where we're going to start, just a few key rules, if you want to put that way with me. All right. So the way I like to do things is I understand that lessons are expensive, and I understand that life happens. So when a student cancels a lesson within 8 hours of when the lesson's supposed to start, the school is going to bill you for the lesson. Now, I don't want that to happen because life happens and you shouldn't have to pay for it. So if you are feeling ill or something came up, or you don't even have to tell me the reason. If you can't make a lesson, let me know. Don't let the school know. Don't do it via the platform. Write me a Skype message. Whether I reply to it or not, write me a Skype message. Say, Hannah, I need to reschedule our lesson. Not cancel, reschedule. I don't believe in canceling because if you keep, it just forms a really bad habit. So we'd rather work in the lesson or send offline material than cancel it. That way, you don't get penalized. I can send your account on vacation for the day. If we can't reschedule it, let's say we have a conflict of schedules, then I send your account on vacation for the day. It's basically just pausing for the day. That way, you don't lose the money, you don't lose the lesson, and as you can imagine, cancellations don't look good on a teacher's profile. The more cancellations a teacher has, the school's kind of like, so why are all your students canceling? All right, so you save financially, and I save my reputation.
Okay. If I will have a problem, I will write you a message on Skype. Yeah. Okay.
Even if it is last minute, if it's 10 minutes before our lesson starts, it's not the end of the world. I can always try and remove the lesson somehow. I can always try and work something out. But if you're going to do it via the system, if you're going to do it by your own manager, they're going to bill you. Because I always believe that I want my students to show me the same amount of respect like I would show them, because I'm also human. I've had situations since I've been here where I have to cancel last minute because something urgently arises and it cannot wait. Then I'd be like, sorry, Nadia, I know I'm canceling on you last minute. I will make it up to you. Please understand. And then 100% of the time, my students are like, you know what, Hannah, when I canceled on you last minute, you didn't bill me. It's fine, So just mutual understanding between you and I so that we both, don't get into trouble or lose money or, you know what I mean.
Yeah, okay. That's a great solution to our problems. Yeah, thank you.
Because if students keep on canceling, and if they, it's so easy to go into the system and cancel, that eventually you form this really bad habit of just canceling and canceling and canceling, and eventually you're losing out and I'm losing out, and it's just not good for anyone at the end of the day.
I understand.
So, send me WhatsApp. You can send me a Skype message. On Skype, like I said, I might not see the message immediately, but I will see the message before our lesson. And then I'll be like, okay, she sent it like 10 hours ago. I'll remove it. All right, cool.
Great, yeah.
Okay, so now we have to decide what course we're going to begin. So the general is actually really interesting. Informal business communications, also really interesting. There's a lot of talking in it, a lot of vocabulary in it. The group ones, hold on. I think let's start with general quickly, because with general there is some grammar in some of the work. We're going to start it on upper intermediate, but keep in mind, never limit yourself to, do you want to get that?
I get them. I get the sound, strange sound, or like alarm or something like that. I opened my private cabinet to see the course,
Oh,
the courses. If it's okay, can I
yeah, of course. I'm busy changing it for us now. For example, upper intermediate under general, we have all kinds of sections like speed dating, your signature, your personality, first aid. A lot of my students love the first aid and illness and treatment because if you're traveling, you kind of need to know how to communicate in English that something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people do that.
I agree. Yes, sometimes you have a situation where you don't know what to do, and you think like, why don't I? Where was my mind? Why didn't I thought about this happen? Because I not very not pretty like this wasn't long ago when my father had he felt ill. He had like a stomach convulsion or something like this, and we were like he was struggling with communicating with people because he's not really good in English, and I was somewhere not close to him, and he had it wasn't a great time for him and for me and for the staff in the hotel where he had this problem. So I guess when I met him, he was feeling better. He was okay, and we talked with him about his English knowledge and what he should do in this situation if I'm not around, or my brother. I have a brother who also is great. He I have an elder brother, and he's okay with English. And he could help him, but he himself could not explain what is happening to him. He was just like struggling, and he was feeling like not great, like a big ache, big pain, and it's just like it was a sad moment. But if he had known this like first aid or some words in which he could describe his pain, it would be much easier for him. But I guess if I was around him, I could not precisely explain how he feels, because I also not really good in medical terms. Yeah,
Definitely very, very helpful. So I think we can eventually touch on that. And then again, a lot of other general things like safety tips, how can you help climate change, lot of different types. The body, also interesting, teaches you all the places of your body, being a journalist, the media, one small word. So a lot of different things. So it's not a specific target. So it's just random topics with some grammar and some vocabulary and talking practice.
Okay.
In fact, let's actually open up. I'm going to open up the illness and treatment for us. And just for the last 5 minutes, just check it out for us. So I'm sure you recognize this picture.
Yeah, I recognize it. But I forgot Carlson and the baby. I don't know how to... I forgot the exact name of the film.
I don't know, but I just know it's very, very big in Russia.
Yeah, totally.
Give him jam to make him better. All right.
Yeah,
so
if I could always have jam when I feel ill, that would be great.
Really? Is jam so popular there?
No, just like this kind of jam which our grandmothers always cook. This is called varenье, and they have from fresh berries. They cook this jam, and it's really tasty. And sometimes when you are ill, you are having tea with this jam, and it's just like a boost of your health. But not always. More I get some drugs and some pills to relieve my illness. And that's sad, because I like more tea and jam than pills, of course. I guess as a normal person do.
I know when I was in Russia, my friends were always offering me, "Don't you want jam with this, Hannah? Don't you want jam? Don't you want jam? Just jam, 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 jam." Everything that I was eating.
Yeah, like sausages with jam or anything. Like we have like weird plates. Sometimes we have weird food. Just like my parents always have this Russian dumplings with I don't know, ketchup, or sometimes with jam. Anything, just anything goes. Wherever you want, just like put it in the plate. So I guess it's Russian style of eating.
Jam's really good though.
Yeah.
All right. So how often do you catch a cold?
Actually, quite often. So it's like really upsetting me, because I have a weak health, weak immune. Immune is the right word for this, like protection of your health. Because if someone is ill around me, in a moment I get his illness, not like really serious, just like when someone is coughing around me, I really try not to communicate with this person a lot, not to hug him, but still I really easily I catch a cold, and this happens really quite often, I would say. But I'm trying to make myself more strong, and just like if you know this закаливание is called in Russian. Just you go in you have like a contrast shower, just like some at first cold, then warm, cold, warm, just makes you more your health stronger. So I try, but still. This summer I had 3 colds or 4 colds yeah.
Goodness, that sounds like me last year. Like this year, it's not so bad. I'm trying to manage it as much as I can. So do you take medicine when you're sick?
Most of the time, yes. But when I visit my doctor, she's like keen on antibiotics. She just like everything you have. Like you have a slight cough. She said, I know the right one, the pill you will want to have. And she just like really, she works in an American clinic in St. Petersburg. And this kind of approach is great when it's just like a clinic for tourists from America and from all over the world. And they have like, and I know the doctor from there, and she's like my family doctor. She just changed the clinic she worked in, and we go there, and there is approach. They have an approach of like immediate help, and they try to make people healthier in a week, because people are there like for 1 week and they don't want to fly back to their country feeling ill, and that's why she always tries to give me some pills. But my family prefers like teas with herbs, or ginger tea. Yeah, that's great.
I love ginger tea. I make ginger tea every winter.
Yeah, it's great. Like I when I was younger, I didn't like ginger or a lot of spices which are connected with this winter atmosphere. Like this. I know how to say it in Deutsch. Like Glühwein. This. Yeah, when you have red wine and oranges and different spices, and this like aroma is is the quintessence, like the core of the winter for me. Like this ginger mince, like I don't know, ginger. How do you go? Gingerbread is great.
Gingerbread. Mm-hmm.
Now I'm feeling hungry.
It's always the best. All right, so what we're going to do is, my dogs are just insane. It's dinner time for them. So what we're going to do is I am going to send these pages as homework, and I want you to attempt the activities and see how it goes.
Okay.
And then when we meet again on Thursday, we're going to go through some of the vocabulary. So this lesson seems to focus more on vocabulary. There isn't grammar in this one, but then the next one we will also look at grammar, see if I can find anything with grammar in it for us.
Okay.
So there's 2 or 3 pages. I think you will do okay. Let me just check this one. All right, here. All right. So you have 1, 2, 3. You have 4 pages of homework. I think that's enough to keep you busy until Thursday, right?
Okay. Yes, totally. It is.
All right, so the next time we meet, we'll just jump into the lesson. It shouldn't be a problem. And if anything arises, you know where to find me on Skype.
Of course.
If any questions?
If I have some difficulties with understanding or with completing the task, fulfilling the task, can I send you a message? Okay.
Of course, you can send me a message if you feel like you urgently need help. But if it's anything that's not urgent and you've kind of, it can wait, then wait. But if it's just something cool, I am available, of course I'll reply to you. It's not a problem at all.
Okay, that's great.
My Skype is usually online 24 hours a day. Big mistake, because on my off days, people think I'm working and then I'm actually not working. And then I end up working on my off day, which is only Sundays.
That's not great. Yeah, I understand you. When we have all this, always we are connected with the internet, and when you have a off day, you're just like, no, stop texting me, please. That's sad.
Technology is amazing, but I hate it so much, especially like WhatsApp or something. It's great, but now people think I need to respond immediately. Now,
that's
perception.
Yeah, that's a great solution. Just someone told me that you say like this messenger is for work and this messenger is for leisure and for personal communication. That when we have, I don't know if you had, I think you heard about it. We have Telegram. Here is like this was a massive news. A lot of news was connected with it like 3 months ago. And when I talked to someone at my work, I said that like this is my Telegram. You can text me there whenever you want. When I have time, I will respond. And I have WhatsApp for personal communication with my parents, with my family, with my friends. And that's like this is really helpful. Or email for work and email for some, like, I don't know, it's something you should like when you for this always discounts and all this stuff which you get.
Score, but I end up still checking my Skype, and anyway, I think maybe I'm a workaholic too at the same time.
Yeah, probably that's the problem.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I will see you again soon. It was so nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was so nice to meet you too. Yeah, I when I read your profile, I thought you were like a really easygoing person, and I guess that's the truth. And you are like really nice.
Awesome! Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. So we are meeting next time at 5 o'clock on Thursday. Yes. Here again, I just enter my private cabinet and I get the message that the lesson starts. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Wonderful.
And anything happens, you can also text me a Skype. When I open it, I will see the message.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you.